That's how thick these... Because I'm an electrician, so we had to rewire his house for a council grant. So the council pay for this guy's house to get redone. So we walk in, the kitchen, the unit, the actual worktops of the unit were sagged in, like they were wet with like damp or something, and basically the it was just horrible. It was all faded, like all the colouring had come off half of it in places. Oh yeah, there was a microwave oven that had like a hob on top of it, like an electric hob, so it was serve as both, and that was rusted to hell. It looked like it had been outside for like all eternity, and the back room was full of like open and like chippy wrappers and stuff like that, you know, all really disgusting stuff that had been there for like months with moss and trees growing out of them, for crying out loud. That was how rank it was. I seen worse than that. I seen a lot worse than that, which you'll hear in a second. So we went upstairs. He'd screwed every single window shut, so that wasn't exactly a very good sign. Then we got all the gear in, started looking around. The bath was black halfway round from basically the bottom to the top, and we got into the loft, and it was like, yeah, we're all getting in the loft and never ever going into this fella's house again. Went out, and I said, oh, hang on, we better check the bathroom, the actual toilet, to see what it was like. So open the door. Lo and behold, there is a mountain of shit coming out of the top of the freaking toilet. He didn't actually flush it. It was just a huge mountain of shit, and the floorboards and everything around the toilet looked like it was about to rot and fall through the ceiling. That's how much he'd been pissing and shitting on a toilet that had never been flushed in its life. And it was like, yeah, you're wrong, mate, on so many levels. So we got all the stuff out, and the health and safety and all that went around there and said basically you've got a month to sort it all out. So they went back after a month. He'd filled the bath full of shit. He'd filled the sink in the bathroom full of shit, and then as he'd run out of everything else, he proceeded to have a shit in a kettle. Of all things, a freaking kettle. I mean, what the hell was going through your mind to have a shit in a kettle? A kettle? Just no. Wrong. We were contemplating turning the actual kettle on as we were leaving to see how much it would smell. Imagine that, you go around to his house and he goes, do you want a cup of tea? No, I don't think I will actually. Does it have lumps? Mmm, tasty.
Told you guys you're gonna like it.
Was he disabled or something?
I think he had something wrong in his head, basically. I mean, to take your pants down and literally stick your anus crevice over the edge of a kettle and then proceed to poo in it, yeah, there's something wrong with you. Would you do that, Kixer? Would you have a poo in a kettle?
No.
Pooey kettle. Kettle of poo.
Imagine you put the wrong kettle on the stove.
Oh. Imagine you went to have a bath.
Scrub it in real good, mate.
I mean, we even went to when we first came in, we like looked in the bath and it was all like lumpy at the bottom. We just thought it was dirt until we realised it was shit.
Did you have to wear masks?
No, we didn't actually go in after we realised that. We had gloves on and we burnt the gloves basically and left them in his garden, never to be touched again. I wish I had a mask. He even stood on me box and left like, I don't know what the hell was on the bottom of his trainers, but it wasn't natural. It was like some weird fungi that was trying to walk.
Oh my god, what was his face like? Didn't he have like sores on his face or anything?
Oh, he had a dog as well, and the dog looked really, really ill. Like, really bad. I felt really sorry for the dog. You could see it, all its ribs, and it, like a race hound, you could basically, the back of it was just so thin you could probably put your hand around it. I think I felt really sorry for the dog, like.
I can't imagine what this guy's been doing.
Being mental.
I can imagine what he's been doing. I can imagine he's been pooing in a freaking kettle.
Well, I don't want to imagine what he's been doing.
So you watched him take a dump in the kettle. Oh my god.
No, as no, I didn't watch him take a dump in the kettle. He went round to see if the. Oh yeah, he had a. As we were leaving, getting all the stuff out, he said he was going to the toilet, but he didn't go in the bathroom. He went into the actual. Sorry, he didn't go into the toilet. He went into the bathroom, and decided to have a shit in the bath as we were leaving.
That must have been sounded good, like music. So in the end, this guy never got his house fixed.
Not by us.
Probably got put in a home.
But Dark, having thought about this, maybe they just had electricity, that's why he did all this shit.
I know, we had electricity. Except the freaking cables from probably, like, before World War II. The switches were so old it was unbelievable. I'm telling you, definitely needed rewiring. I wouldn't have rewired it because we probably would have died if we did. I mean, if we didn't. Which I'm glad we never. He doesn't deserve to live.
DKP is up.
Did I get an extra 1 million for pulling when I shouldn't have?